Welcome back, everyone. I am joined now by Michael Brown and Jeff Gorsuch, and you guys are here to talk a little bit about Lift One and the measure that's on the ballot this election, which is coming up March 5th. We've got, like 2 or 3 weeks till this election?
Yeah, ballots are out in the mail, and we're talking to a lot of people in the community and really excited about the Lift One corridor project.
So I've actually had some of my friends even text me and say, how do I vote? What is this measure? I know people are yeses, I know people are nos. Let's first talk about what this measure is and what some of the plans are for this Lift 1A corridor.
Sure. I think when we started on this and the groups came together, this was really a project that revolved around the lift first, planning get the lift as low as it possibly could be into town, and then figure out everything else around it. And we're really proud of that. It's got some great plans to restore 2 historical assets in the skier chalet and the steakhouse. The steakhouse will become a vibrant bar and restaurant again. We've got public parking spots, 50 spots that will be free. We've got lockering, and that's some of the stuff that gets me really excited about it. And I know that Jeff has a deep passion for ski racing and can talk a little bit about the area and what it's meant to him.
Sure, and that's one of the big things about this, right, is the World Cup no longer comes. And there was a great letter in the Aspen Times today, in the letters to the editor section, from Michaela Schifrin. So Jeff, tell us how this is going to affect the 5th World Cup and some of these stops that we used to have here in Aspen that we just haven't had lately.
I think it's not about yesterday and it's not about today, it's about tomorrow.
Okay.
And it's an overarching theme that says, we're all sort of standing on the shoulders of giants. There were courageous people in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s that, recognized that the magic of the mountain was the magnet, and that's what brought people here.
Sure.
And lodging in the 60s and the 70s, the trick was, how do you get people to Aspen?
Yeah.
And once they got here, the mind, the body, the spirit, the whole intellect of this wonderful place that we all call home now, I think we're challenged today. What are we all doing to push that legacy forward?
Sure.
And I think Michaela's letter is a little bit of a wake up and saying, hey guys, the world is watching, and we want to see a vote of yes, because the story belongs to everybody. I mean, we all get the privilege of working and living here, and it's been a real privilege to work with Michael and all the collaborators on this amazing project. The Delensics really did a great job in allowing for the lift to return to its original spot. And so the question is that, can we look forward as a community and do something that's going to be welcoming, and the vision for rebuilding, refresh, and then welcoming the world back for a great legacy to new canvas, and the roots are deep and the story
Sure.
goes on.
Well,
so I get excited about that.
Yeah,
we all
and
do.
I think that's one of the things that, like you said, gets people excited about this, including some of the ski racers, is they love the history that Aspen has for ski racing and some of the downhill that used to be here. And with the old lift, it's harder to, host that type of world-class event. And so that's right. The future can connect to the past if we continue to move forward, is sort of the idea,
bridge.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now there are some, we've had a lot of kind of town halls and squirm nights with candidates, both city council and mayoral candidates, and they get asked this question: what do you think about this measure? And there's some yes votes and some no votes. Do you guys want to address some of the people who might have concerns about this and concerned about voting yes for this measure on March 5th?
Sure. We've had probably over 15 public hearings and numerous open houses. Jeff and I have been knocking doors out in the community and talking to people, and really feel like we're getting great support. Of course, there's always folks here that love the way it was when they got here and don't want to see change. But we think that there's a lot of positive aspects for the project, and that people really are getting behind it. So that's kind of where we're at. We've been at the Gorsuch Cafe every Friday to meet with people, and happy to answer all the questions about the projects.
And we have a lot of respect for the different visions, and not everybody shares the same view. Yet I think this is common sense. Like, we're ski town.
Yeah.
Look forward. I mean, new lifts, great events. You look at Alex Ferreira, you look at Michaela Schifrin, you look at AVSC, the tradition of skiing and the roots of skiing, and that is a story that needs to be, going forward
kind of
for future
perpetuated.
generations.
Yeah.
And we can only do that with a fresh outlook and with the great spirit of honor the past and, tread lightly, but go with a great vision and courageously the Aspen idea roars forward.
Sure,
You know? So,
absolutely. Well, and you know, like you said, there's been a lot of people in the past, in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever it might be, who saw vision and
Yeah.
acted on it and built new things and moved things forward. And that's sort of the spirit in which you guys are trying to accomplish this 1A.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Jeff and I live here with our families.
Yeah.
We both are raising. We've got 2-year-olds, and really, you know, having this area be revitalized in a way that's sensible. And for people to enjoy and be the stage for World Cup racing. I really dug what was here 2 years ago and just the buzz in the community. And I really believe that if we build this great infrastructure, there will be a not to miss place on the racing circuit.
Yeah, and the Skier Chalet is part of what you guys have. It's going to be a museum, right? So the Skier Chalet will be still in existence.
Yeah, the Aspen Historical Society, led by Kelly Murphy,
Yeah, they're great.
and their wonderful board, really bring a lot of passion to this. And we do have a rich history here that I really feel like they're going to honor and
Yeah.
showcase in that great building that will be really at the forefront, right down on Dean Street in a new plaza, and really honor the history that is at Lift 1.
Well, and you know, there's a lot to be said about Aspen's history. We want to make sure that stays intact, but we also want to make sure we've got some future. So if people want to grab just a little bit more information, do you guys have a website really quickly?
Sure do. It's lift1corridor.com, and we're also on Facebook and Instagram, Lift One Corridor. And hope you all come visit us at Gorsuch Cafe on Fridays. And vote yes on Lift 1 March
Awesome.
5th.
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you very
much for
much.
joining us today, Michael. Jeff, we'll talk to
Let
you guys
us
soon.
know,
We'll
baby.
see you
Vote
right
yes.
after this.
All right. Cheers.
Thank you very much.